Good evening, my friends. Good evening to you. Come on in and say hello. Alrighty. People are finding me. Good job. Alright. It's always nice when the system works, right? Hey, Kim. Thanks for joining. Thank you. Come on in, make yourself comfortable, grab a cup of something good, and just relax, and we'll be crafting together in no time. Hey, Debbie Clark. Happy day after Thanksgiving, that's right. Hang on one sec, my computer stopped for a sec. There we go. Oh, hello, everybody. Good to see you. There we are. Phew. Hey, is it Stacy or Stace? I want to make sure I say it right, but hello. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Millie. Oh, thanks for joining me, everyone. I appreciate that. Can you believe we're already on the 5th day of Christmas? I can't. But I'm having a great time. I hope you guys are. Hey, Charlene. Hey, how are you? All right, let's see. Hey, Kathy. Thanks for joining. I know, Sally. Aren't you excited? I asked last night for suggestions on what you guys might like to see, and a couple people actually said slimline cards, so that's very exciting. All right. Hey, Kim. All right, so tomorrow, I'm excited because tomorrow morning is my first month's card club to go. So those of you who've already logged on, I see Kim and Debbie who have gotten this month's card club to go. We're doing Curvy Christmas, and I know 5 golden rings. I wish, but I do wear a lot of silver. We have gold nails, though. That's pretty good. I don't really like wearing jewelry when I stamp, so that's why I usually don't have anything on. Some people are like, are you still married? Are you and Mike okay? I'm like, yeah, we really are. So tomorrow's the first card club, and I'm going to be posting about next month's card club very soon. And I gotta say, it really does rock. I've had a few people who've done them in the past and talked to me about, you should really do a card club. And I was like, I don't know. But since we're all virtual now, it just seemed like the perfect time. So I hope you'll check it out. Alrighty, so tonight we're going to use something from the upcoming catalog. And you can tell here I did some coloring on here. Not really coloring, but blending on my card. I don't know if you can see the sparkle very well. Kind of shifted around the light for you. Ooh, ah. Sparkling snow. But we're going to use the new, coming out new, blending brushes. Yay! We got blending brushes. So Stampin' Up! In the new catalog, the January to June catalog that's coming out, we have blending brushes. And these guys will come in a 3-pack. So you get 3, all the same size. So they're easy to use in between. These are like the softest bristles. I mean, you could apply makeup with them. It feels so good. Really, really cool. And I know this is a hot trend using blending brushes right now, and I am loving playing with them. So we're going to play with it tonight, and we'll see what we come up with. Hi, good to see you guys. Oh, Sharon, are you ready for the 5th day? How many more do we have? Another week, right? I can do it. I can make something good for you every night, right? All right, so we're going to do a slimline card. Like I said, a couple of you asked for a slimline last night, and please feel free, leave your comments if there's something you'd like to see, if there's some sort of fun fold or some gift that you're looking to create or whatever it is, let me know, and maybe I can come up with something to help you out. So we're going to do the slimline with some sparkle and snow, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. Now, the freebie for tonight, you know, each night of the 5 days, I do, or the 5 days, well, the 5 days so far. Of the 12 days of Christmas, I do a free thing that for the next day's orders. So for tomorrow's orders, when you place a $50 order, you get the shimmery crystal effects for me for free. So I'm just keeping you in all the sparkles. This is really cool, and if you haven't tried it yet, you really should. It's over here on page 147. Well, it says 147, but it's written on 147. Here's the picture of it right here on 146. It's this one right here, number 7. And yeah, it's just really, really cool. It dries really quickly, and it's such a cool effect. I love how they used it on the snowballs, on the snowman here, and down on the base. It just really adds a little something, something, makes it pop. So that's where that is, okay? And the blending brushes, as I said, these are in the upcoming catalog. Demonstrators can, well, some of us could already pre-order these, but all demonstrators can pre-order these starting December 1st. So if you are a demonstrator, you can get your hands on these soon and get your discount on them. If you are not yet a demonstrator and you'd just like to get the starter kit to get the discount, you can actually get some of these in your first kit, in your kit when you order it. So you can add these to your kit. So there you go. That's what that is. If you have any questions about the kit or whatever, let me know and I would be happy to answer them for you. Okay, so, oh, you know what I didn't do? I was sitting here cleaning my desk, getting all ready, getting things ordered. Look, I even have things in a little envelope this time so I know where it is. I didn't cut the rest of the cardstock. Gooberhead. Okay, well, we'll cut it together. You need the measurements anyway, right? All right, so if you want to share tonight, please feel free. I appreciate that very, very much. So let's cut some cardstock. Now, if you look closely on this cardstock, you can see this is really kind of an ombre here at the top. It goes from light to dark, and it has actually a little bit of Pool Party, then some Highland Heather in there, and then the top is a little bit of Night of Navy, and it's just all blended together with that blending brush. So really magical technique, if you ask me. All right, so we're using Night of Navy cardstock with a little bit of purple Posy cardstock because it's lighter, and I really liked it. Just barely pulls out that purple tone in there to the outside and just makes the top of the card stand out. Okay, so let's do that. All right, Sharon, buckle up. This is going to be a good one. All right, so, oh, you know what? My paper cutter needs, do you ever get all those fibers down there in your little gully there? I think I have a, yeah, here. I have a little Clorox wipe here. I usually just take it and put it on the end of my paper piercer. I'm going to take your pick tool and stick it right down in there and draw that along. And it picks up those fibers pretty nicely. And gets your little gutter, your little guide there, all cleaned out. There you go. All right, so let's cut some cardstock. So I'm going to need a piece of Night and Navy. I'm going to need some Whisper White, and we're going to need some Purple Posy. That. All right. Open this guy up. And we will do this together. All right. You will need a piece of Night of Navy. That is 9 by 7.5. So 9 by 7.5. So you can only get one of these out of an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, one of the slimline cards. All right, so on the 7.5 inch edge, so that it's at the top, we're going to score this at 3 3/4. Okay, just give that a score. Just like that. Okay, that's your card base. Now, for the mat, for this little mat right here, oh, I better measure because I always tell you guys wrong and then I have to go back and correct myself and it's so embarrassing. Oh, I was right actually in my head. This one is 8 3/4 by 3.5. So you'll need the long way again. So 8 3/4 by 3.5. So I'm just going to need one of those because I only used that on the front. All right, so we'll put these guys over there. So let's see, Whisper White, come here. So for the Whisper White, this was 3.5. So I'm going to do this one at 3 3/8 because I don't want to go the whole 1/4 inch. I mean, not 3 3/8. Oh yeah, 3 3/8. Sorry, 3 3/8 because I don't want to go the whole 1/4 inch like we normally do, and I'm going to need 2 of those. So 3 3/8. And the other one was 8.5, so this one will be 8 3/8. Hi, Vicky. Good to see you. It's like old home week. My friends are coming on over. I wish you guys were coming over. That would be so fun. Oh, I got it wrong anyway. You know, it's just when I think I can't be embarrassed. Just when I think that. See, people? Do you see what happens to me? All right, let's measure again. Measure twice. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, this was 8 3/4. That's why. 8 5/8. Michelle's suit. Jeez Louise, get it under control. 8 5/8 by 3 3/8. Got it? Oh, Frosty. I asked Jason today, I'm like, don't you want to watch Frosty? Because I had it in the car. He's like, no, I'm good. So he just talked to me. I was like, really? All right. 8 5/8 by 3 3/8. This one's for the inside. Ta-da! Whew, that was a little stressful, huh? Oh, I didn't trim it on. There we go. 3 3/8. Okay, put that one over there because that's for the inside. All right, so let's get going. I don't want to keep you forever and ever. I know. All right, I'm going to lay my card base aside. I'm just going to bring in this focal image piece here. All right, so if you look at the snowbanks on this one, you can see how, they kind of curve and everything. You want to know the secret? You just cut it by hand. That's the best way to do it because it makes it look like it's just a free form flowing little hill. So I just took a piece of Whisper White cardstock like this. It was just a full little strip there. Doesn't matter what size it is. You can make it as wide or as thin as you'd like. So this is what it was. And I just took my scissors and made some little hills. So here's my one that I used for the tops of everything. And then I flipped this one over. See, this one was the one like this. I just flipped it over and added more hills down here because you're not going to hit the same places, right? That's the secret. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I'm going to blend my sky, and I want to put this little guard down, or my little, kind of my stopping point, I guess, down first. So this has some of, I think I had snail or something. I put something on there and just took my finger and got the sticky off of it. So it was just a tad tacky. If you have some, temporary adhesive, you can totally use that. But I just used some snail, I think. All right. The cool thing about these is you can wash them. You can do whatever you want. I haven't even washed mine yet, but I'm starting lightest to darkest. So like you can see, I did Night of Navy and it's not coming off. So, woohoo! So I'm just going to take my brush, pick up some of this Pool Party, and I want the Pool Party ink to be closest to the bottom here. So that's going to be the lightest part over on my card. So I'm just going to take and I'm going to go down and lay down some of that Pool Party ink. You can do circles, whatever you would like. And the cool thing is, you're thinking, oh my gosh, I didn't put much down. But you know what happens? When you pull up your strip, you really can see the snowbank, okay? And we're gonna go back and add more so you don't have to worry. All right, so there's our Pool Party. I just shouldn't have taken that up. I just wanted to show you. There we go, scooch it back in there. There we go. All right, so I just add a little bit of that Pool Party in, and that's just to give a little hint of it down here at the bottom. It doesn't show very well on the camera, but there is a little bit of that Pool Party blue down in there. All right, so that was my lightest color. So now we're gonna use our Highland Heather, which is the purple. And I love the way this makes that night sky just pop. So this is some Highland Heather. I'm just going to bring that from the top and I'm going to blend it down into my Pool Party. And it's okay, you want it to be heavier at the top, so you can start off the page and come in. Off the cardstock and come in. That will help you, get your darkest spots out here if you're afraid of doing that. I don't mind it if it gets dark there because we're going to bring in that Night of Navy and it's going to get really dark. All right, so there. And the neat thing is too, you can keep going back and adding more layers till you get it exactly how you want it. So there we go. All right, there is my Highland Heather, just like that. All right, so see my brush? You guys need these, I'm telling you. If you're a demo, you need to put this on your order for the 1st of December. If you're not a demo, you need to put a wiggle on to get that kit. You can choose $125 worth of anything, actually, and pay $99, and you'll be an Inkerbell with me. You don't have to sell. You don't have to do classes. You don't have to do Facebook Lives because some people think they're scary. But if you watch me, you'll know that it's okay to screw up all the time. But no, you don't have to do anything like that. You can use it for the discount. You and your peeps, you and your posse can get your stuff at a discount. Share your discounts, what it's all about. But believe you me, it has saved me some money. All right, so see how I'm making the top edge darker. There we go. Like that. Okay. I might go in and add a little bit more Highland Heather. Need a little bit more purple. I hope you guys brought a snack tonight because it's going to take me a little bit to do this one. Here we go. All right, let's do some more Highland Heather. Need to get some more purple in there. There we go. Oh, that's better. Alrighty. Oh yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So once your top hill is done like that, wipe my fingers off. Not the brush that gets me dirty. It's me picking up ink pads and not paying attention. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to pull this guy up. There is my hill. And I know it looks really stark right now, but when we go back in here, we're going to bring, you can see here how I brought some of that Pool Party up and it cuts that white so it's not as, in your face. So never fear. All right, so the next thing we want to do, the stamp set, we're going to use 2 stamp sets. Actually, I used one for the front sentiment, and then I used one for the inside sentiment. This one says, sending warm Christmas wishes. And on the inside, it says, may your season sparkle. And I did a couple of little snowbanks down here with some of our shimmery crystal effects, which is the freebie for tonight. So Sparkle, sparkle. So I'm going to use Rustic Retreat, which has that first one on it, and then we're going to be using the spray here. We're going to be using the cabin and this little row of trees. So awesome set. I use this all year actually because I use this birthday stamp and the Thinking of You. It's a great masculine set, but it's a great set in general. I love it. And this one here, the AA Mill, that one tugs at my heartstrings. So that's the one we're using for the main part of the card. And then our inside, May Your Season Sparkle, it's from Snowflake Wishes. So that's down here. Plus it has Happy Hanukkah if anybody's looking for a Hanukkah stamp too. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my trees. And I stamped everything here in Momento black because I wanted just silhouettes. I didn't want any color. I wanted the snow and everything to pop and just have the outlines and definitely have that, you know, monochromatic stamped look. All right, so I'm going to bring in my trees. And the trees are already, it looks like, on a hill. So I'm just going to take them, and you can see where I stamped them here. They don't come right down to the edge. They kind of, there's space there, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be exact, okay? So I'm going to stamp some here, like that. And bring some down here. Let's see, here. Down here, some over here. Okay, maybe I'll do a couple more here. Let's see, right here, over here. There we go, and we'll cover the bottoms of those guys up when we go through with the blender. All right, so we have a big line of trees on this one. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp my cabin because we're going to do our banks around the cabin. So bring this over. And I'm going to bring the cabin up so that the smoke on the from the chimney goes just up a little bit into the sky part there, like that. See how it goes up? And you'll see on this one, see how I go in and I highlight the smoke so it pops up from that background? That's what we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to put this away for a minute while we do the snow drifts, and we're going to keep building. So I'm going to bring in my guides again, my little free-handed guides like this. And I'm going to start over here by the cabin because I wanted to make sure that I was paying attention to coming underneath the cabin here. So I did that one first. So I'm going to bring in the pool party. Whoop. There we go. Oh, that's Highland Heather. Oh my Lord. Good thing I looked down and saw the words on that stamps pad. On the 5th day of Christmas, Michelle lost her mind. Let's try pool party, shall we? We shall. Might need to ink up. Oh, it's not too bad. All right, let's try it again. Dun, 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 dun. So I'm going to bring that just down at a little bit of an angle. I'm going to bring a little bit of pool party in there underneath that cabin. Like that. Okay. Whoop. Like that. Okay. Phew, baby. Then I'm going to bring some up here and kind of blend into those trees up there. Right like that. So bring a little bit in there, blend in. go. Blend, blend, blend. A little bit over there. Like that. Okay. So pretty. Okay, don't worry about getting smudges like this because we're going to be stamping all over this puppy. So, all right, there's that. So let's see. Let's bring in this guy. And I am going to go over. No, I think I need this one. Let's try this. No. I know, I'm just being picky. Let's do this. Ooh. I always get nervous when you guys stop commenting. It's like, oh my God, I ran them away. Oh, that's better. Okay, there's that. I'll do some over here. And you can see, you can switch this any which way you want to make your little snow hills. Okay. And then I'm going to do one over here, like so. All right, there's that. Do a little bit at the bottom. Soften that white up a bit. There we go. Okay. All right, so I can set these guys aside. Now we're going to bring back our stamps and our basic black, or tuxedo black. Sorry. Oh, you're so sweet, Sally. Thank you. Okay, I kind of like that really deep purple there too. And no two are going to turn out the same, so don't even try that. Okay, don't try that at home. All right, so the next thing I want to do is I want to bring in some branches from the sides to kind of give it that you're looking through the trees kind of look. So let me get this guy. So I'm going to use the little branches here, and you're just going to build with this. So I'm going to stamp. One of my Tuxedo ink pads is really like inky on one end, and I get blotches, so I always have to pay attention. So I'm just going to start over here on the left, and I'm just going to bring the branches out. So remember, this is going to be in the foreground, so it's okay to overlap. It's okay that you're bringing them out. You want it to feel like it's right in front of you, not that it's, you know, blending in the background. It's such a fun technique. Like that, okay? Need another one over here. There we go. And we're going to put snow on this stuff too, so don't worry. All right, so then I'm just going to flip it around, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. And they're going to come over towards that tree and over part of that little tree. Happy trees, Kathy, little happy trees. Yes, we're doing the happy trees. Okay, so see how this just comes out and pulls your eye so that you're looking through towards the back, okay? Alrighty. There we go. So that's our basic kind of background. Now, if you wanted to go in and add a deer or a bear or some more trees, you could totally do that. You know, I just liked it open in the front, so when I put the sentiment on there, the most important thing was you're looking at the sparkle of the snow and then this greeting here. So I might try one little thing with this greeting this time, and I'll show you when we get there, but we're going to get to that in a minute. We're going to go ahead and do our snow now. Now, there's two ways you can do the snow, and I showed you the one. This one is the Shimmery Crystal Effects, tonight's freebie. I kind of double dipped for mine because I wanted to try it out and see how it differed. So this has a shimmer to it all by itself. You just have to shake it up. I did mine, and when it was wet, I went in and I added some glitter, some just white glitter or clear glitter. Okay, this is Dazzling Diamonds. I don't think we sell this anymore, but I know you guys have glitter in your stash. So you just need some clear pearlescent kind of glitter, and it's everywhere. So okay, so I'm going to take my Shimmery Crystal Effects, which is what we're going to do to compare these two. Okay, so I'm going to start back on the tree line back here, and you're just going to pull. Once you start the liquid, you can pull, and if you get a little bit of a gap, it's okay, because if you go back to where it gapped, you can just go in and it draws the liquid over with it. Okay, so you just keep filling back in. You don't need to glob it, but it just will. Don't panic if you get those little breaks in your line. All right, so here's my smoke up there like that. I'll do some on this tree line back there, and then I wanted some on the rooftops. So where the snow is sitting on the top of the roof, I want some. And over here, I always wanted a dormer window in my room. My friend who lived up the friends, they were twins, who lived up the street, had a dormer window, and they had like this little play area inside that little dormer area in their bedroom. It was so cool. I want one of those. That's really wickedly cool. All right, so there's my sparkle there. Then I'm going to go back and I'm just going to follow the lines of the snow. And you don't have to do them all if you don't want to. You can just do a few, but just take it and kind of highlight those snow hills like that. Okay, and pull it back like that. Like that. Okay, then I added a little bit to the tops of these little pines back here because there would be some snow up there. A little bit. This stuff is so cool. I love it. And then I added some just to the tops of some of these branches that are popped out because that's where the snow would be sitting. They had a little bit of snow last night, maybe, if you're looking at the yard anyway. And you can go in and add some for the branches that are overlapping, like that. And it dries really quickly. I'm going to let this one sit while we work on the other part. Okay. And then I'll add some more over here just for grins. But you can see the difference. This, when it dries, you'll see the glitter more on here, but it will not be like that. That is really pronounced. This is very subtle. So if you're looking for a card, remember those cards? I know we used to get them in the mail all the time at Christmas time, and you take the envelope and you'd open it and then glitter would be everywhere. That was interesting, I will say that. But this is really subtle, plus this dries and doesn't go anywhere. But you know me, I love me some sparkle. All right, I'll make this quick. There we go. All right, now we're going to set this guy aside, let him dry, and we are going to do the rest of our card. Bring in this guy here. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere my Purple Posy panel. This is the matte for the front. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this here on the front. Oh, I forgot to show you. The stitch nested labels are the ones I used for the greeting here. And I used this second from the largest on this this grouping here, the second one here. I'll show you that in a minute. All right, let's do a little bit, oops, a little bit of seal. Glue that on. Right, like that. Okay. And then the other one will go on top of here, so we're going to leave that for a minute. And now I'm going to do the one for the inside. So, let me move these. Let's stamp our other inside piece. Is this the one? Yes, this one. Alrighty. I got a little smudge on there. I'm going to put snow there anyway. What am I doing? Okay, so for the inside, the first thing I'm going to do is stamp my sentiment. So we're going to use the May Your Season Sparkle. Doesn't that S remind you of the S from the movie Splash? I don't know why. Every time I see that, that's all I can see. All right. Straighten this guy up. And stamp it down. Yay, good job. All right, so now we're going to bring back in our guide, one of our guides anyway. And we are going to bring in the Pool Party ink and our blending brush. And I'm going to do just a few little soft snowbanks over here. Like I said, you don't have to be real heavy-handed because when you move it, you'll see your little area already. Okay? Hang on, I'll hold that up in just a sec so you can see. Like that. Okay? Can you see that? So it's really subtle. So on mine, for the one I made earlier, I added the snow on top of the snowbanks, but you don't have to do that. Mine's dry, but I just did it for fun when I was doing it. Now, one of the really cool things that I think this card has is another technique done with the Wink of Stella, and I'm going to show you that in just a second. Wink of Stella is good for, you know, painting the sparkle on, but it's also good for other things. So I'll show you what I did with it. The guy here. You could always do a bear or a deer in here if you wanted to. There we go. All right. So for this piece that we have here that we blended and really spruced up, I'm going to bring in my Wink of Stella and I'm going to open it up and I'm going to take the cap, put the brush over here, and this has a Wink of Stella already in it. Not a ton, but it has some in it. You don't want a ton in it because you're going to start out. And you're just going to flick. Well, maybe I used most of it when I did the other one. There we go. Maybe reprime it. There we go. So I'm just going down very lightly with my brush and flicking some of that glitter down onto my snow scene. Can you see that? Hopefully you can see it. I don't know. Do a little more over here. Make it a blizzard. This will be like a Hallmark movie. Oh, you're welcome. It's really fun. So you can kind of see it there on the background. Okay. So that's using the Wink of Stella with the flicking technique. All right, let's move this because I don't want to get Wink of Stella on everything. So I'm going to take a piece of just a scrap of Whisper White and bring in my blending brush again, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that Pool Party down like that, and a little bit more like over here maybe. Yeah, like that. Doesn't have to be anything perfect, just do a couple little snow hills. And then we're going to go in with our sentiment, sending warm Christmas wishes. I love this set for this sentiment right here. I think it's so pretty. Love the font combination. It's just, oh, wrong one. I need Night of Navy. And doing this on the tag will also make the sentiment piece pop, and I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you what I mean. There we go. So let's go ahead and cut this guy out, and then if we need to add more of the snow, we can, or the snow bank, I mean. If not, we're good to go. All right, so I'm using one of the stitched nested labels in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Woohoo! Love it, love it. The mini one is coming out soon. I can't wait for that one too. All right, so I'm just going to line this up on my little sentiment over here. And pop that through. Little earthquake as we go. There we go. Alrighty. Oh, how cute. All right, so see the difference in the two? See how this brings in that Pool Party from behind, and this is really stark white, which is totally good. But if you want to do something a little different on the background, adding that Pool Party in really helps. So I'm going to go ahead with my Wink of Stella, and I'm going to do the flicking technique on this too, so it will give it a little more pizzazz. You know how I feel about pizzazz. Oh, how cute. Cute. All right, so that guy can go over there for a second. Now, I used a little 1/2-inch strip of the purple Posy cardstock. I didn't cut it any specific length. I just cut a little 1/2-inch strip. And then I used dimensionals. I didn't put them in the envelope. There they are. I used 2 dimensionals and just put 2 on my little strip here like that. Took this off. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, thank you. And then I'm going to put this on here. And I'm just going to try to line up the end points kind of with the center line of that purple strip. Doesn't matter where, because I'm going to trim it off anyway. So once I have it, I'm going to go in and just fishtail the end. You don't have to. You can leave it flat. You can cut it at an angle. You can do whatever you would like. Personal preference. Oops, I cut this one a lot shorter. Let's try again. Yeah. It's like cutting your bangs. You cut a little, oops, they're uneven. Oop, cut it a little more. Not good. There we go. Let's do this guy over here. Well, sugar. There we go. Okie dokie. So the way I adhered this was I put a dimensional on the bottom of it and on the top. Well, on the top. So it's going to hold it at that height, and then I put some regular adhesive across the strip. So that'll give it a little more stability for opening and closing, like that. Okay. So pull these off. And you guys have seen, I've done slimline envelopes for you before. It's on previous videos with the slimline cards. So check that out if you want to make your own envelopes for these. You can make it with any designer paper, would be beautiful. Let's see, right there. That looks good. I need a rhinestone right there where I smudged that. Okay, let's see. Here's my card front. Put some adhesive on here. Oh, you know what? I should put it on the ends, actually, because this is a long expanse. Oh, it's starting to sparkle. Can you see it? So, totally different effects with glitter and one without, but the shimmery crystal effects will give you shimmer without all of the shedding of glitter. You know what I mean? All right, so this one's still a little bit damp, so I don't want to get right in there. All right, then I'm going to bring in some bling. Everybody needs some bling. And use a couple of them on, one on the end, another one on the end, like that. I wonder what it would look like with the, let me see. On there. Ooh, that's pretty. Bling bling. Yeah, I like it. I do. All right. There we go. And look, they're totally different. Isn't that fun? Oh, that was really fun. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Again, the blending brushes are definitely a must to have on your list because they are so fun to play with. And I will be using these a lot, I know, because now I'm a little bit addicted. All right, so that's that for tonight. Don't forget this month's host code. It's on the calendar at the top of this page too, at the very, very bottom. So don't forget that. Here's my online store. All purchases $50 or more from tonight through tomorrow till live time will get the free shimmery crystal effects from me as a gift, okay, for the 5th day of Christmas. All right, I will see you tomorrow night for the 6th day of Christmas. I hope you'll join me, and until then, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. Love you guys. Good night.